What's up, guys? Doomwake here, and this doesn't look like Modern. What have you done with the Modern format, Doomwake? Well, Bloomburrow is upon us and is here officially, and I really had to get my hands on some of these Bloomburrow cards in Pioneer. I don't think there's as much in the set that is going to make that much of an impact on Modern, but there is quite a few cards that I think could potentially make their way into Pioneer. And the one on your screen, I gotta tell you, so I may have come in a little bit lower on this than I probably should have been, because I think this might just be the best card in the set, and that is Rottenmouth Viper. So, TLDR, it's 6 mana, 6/6. You might say to yourself, well, that's a lot of mana. But wait, there's more. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you can sacrifice any number of non-land permanents, and the spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrificed this way. And then whenever it enters or attacks, you put a counter on it, and for each counter, each opponent loses 4 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So it kind of has this weird, like, Grave Titan-esque sort of feel to it. Not Grave Titan, but like maybe more like Inferno Titan, whatever Titan deals them a bunch of damage. And it continuously gets more counters. Now, the best cards to pair with this, at least in my estimation, are 1-mana cards that generate multiple game objects. So you'll notice there's a couple of those in this deck. Case of the Filched Falcon, blue mana, enchantment, and a clue. The Spyglass Siren, blue mana, 1/1 flyer, and a map. Blood Fountain, black mana, 2 artifacts, 1 regular, 1 blood token. And then Ornithopter, which doesn't make 2 objects, but it is a 0-mana artifact, which sort of acts as a ritual type thing, where you're paying 0 for the Ornithopter, but you're getting a 1-mana discount on that Viper. Now, you might notice that all of those cards that I just mentioned have one thing in common. They all generate an artifact. If only there was a card in the Pioneer format that would be good with generating cheap artifacts. Enter Ensoul. So this was an idea that came from Twitch stream. Shout out to Tonber, I believe, was the one who I saw came up with the initial idea, where we were trying to come up with cards that were good with Viper, and we were looking at color combinations like Orzhov, Rakdos, Golgari. We eventually got to Mire and thought to ourselves, well, all these blue cards make a bunch of artifacts, and blue has Ensoul Artifact that's already a powerful card for paying you off for making artifacts anyways. And I gotta tell you, I think we might have found a really good deck here. So you have all the Ensoul enablers with 4 copies of Ensoul, 2 Zoetic Glyph, just as kind of more Ensouls to have more of those like aggressive draw. Like you want to have as many copies of your payoffs as you can. I decided to go with a split on Zoetic Glyph and Cryptic Coat because Coat is a little bit better into the mid-range matchups. If I expected a bunch more like Amalia Lotus Field, I would just probably play more Glyphs instead. But I like a split because a lot of people still do play Rakdos. And then the other kind of sort of Ensoul-esque type card is 1 copy of Blackstaff of Waterdeep. It is legendary, you don't want to play 2, and it only works with non-tokens, so it only works with Blood Fountain, Ornithopter, and Darksteel Citadel, so keep that in mind. Ensoul Artifact is a popular deck in Pioneer. It's mostly blue-red, and the red cards are like Voltairean Epicure, and Inti, and Shrapnel Blast. And I think a lot of people lament the fact that the red in Ensoul doesn't give you good disruption. Well, it turns out that black certainly does the best disruption in the format in 4 Fatal Push and 4 Thoughtseize. So not only do you get to play this like really, really good discounted massive threat that's hard to kill, dodges Fatal Push and dodges Lightning Axe, but also you get to play your own good interaction. So it's not just Rottenmouth Viper is the only reason to play black. And then last but certainly not least, so Ensoul Artifact makes a 5/5, 2 mana 5/5. Rottenmouth Viper, commonly 1 mana 6/6. Cheap creatures that have more than 5 power. Stubborn Denial is just perfect in this deck, where a lot of times with Viper, there's obviously a risk where you go shove all in on Viper, they have a kill spell, and then you've lost all your resources. But Stubborn Denial is a perfect way to protect that. So it just seems to make a lot of sense when you kind of look at these cards in the same shell together, and I really do think we might have found one here. Mana base, nothing too crazy. Again, 4 Citadel is a must because of Ensoul and Zoetic Glyph and Blackstaff. The rest of the lands are kind of just whatever. A couple rivers, Watery Graves, a couple Darkslick Shores, 1 Otawara, and 1 Takenuma. Sideboard is currently a work in progress. I kind of just wanted to try a bunch of random stuff. I mean, Hearse is good against Phoenix. It's also an artifact for Ensoul Artifact, so if you're going to play Graveyard Hate, it probably should be Hearse. 1 Ashiok, also, it's like multi-hate, good against Phoenix, good against Bring to Light, good against Lotus Field, that kind of stuff. Duress for control, Knight for Amalia, Blot Out for vampires. I'm playing one Sheoldred and one Antiquities War for the grindy matchups. Maybe it should just be 2 Antiquities War, but I kind of wanted to start with a split. And then a bunch of counter spells, Disdainful Stroke, 2 Aether Gust, and the 4th copy of Stubborn Denial. Yeah, I really, really do believe in this deck. I think that if, there is the regional championship in October coming up in DC, and I'm going to have to spend some more time on this one because I think this deck is legit. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go to the games. I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Kek Ruga the Macro Sage. I mean, my hand has Fountain Zoetic Glyph, but also 2 Fatal Push against Karuga. It's awful, right? Okay, this hand is really good. This is a nut 7. I don't know what to put back. Do you ever put back Viper here? There's no way, right? Because you have the Siren and the case. Oh, God. This is the actual perfect 7. You can't put back Ensoul, because, I mean, you're just going to jam 1-drop Ensoul with this hand. Yeah, maybe it's the case. Although the case does make the Viper a lot better. I guess we have more stuff in our deck that makes the Viper better than Vipers. So, like, we're more likely to be able to draw into stuff that makes keeping the Viper better. So I think it makes sense. Right, yeah. Still Sleepless by DOD. I never heard the original, but this is nice. Like that. I mean, we're jamming. This is bad if they have a blue-red land and they can just main phase Leyline Binding, but I mean, what are the odds, right? Well, I guess that would have done it too. Okay, well now we win. now we literally just win. Land lets us go Viper Stub. Well, if I Viper Stub, I have to sack this, right? Which I don't want to do. I mean, this is also just like, this locks up the game, right? Okay, I don't need that many Vipers. I'm good, alright? I don't need that many Vipers. Okay, stub that. They could have a second one, I guess. No, because if they had one, they would have played it the turn prior. Well, I was thinking about casting the Viper here. No, that's bad, right? Just sack everything. I guess mapping to try and hit lethal was better. I was thinking about casting Viper. Like, what's the worst case scenario next turn? I mean, if I cast this, they just go discard a card, draw Binding. That's bad. I might as well map now, right? Keep that, probably. Let's go with Viper. Nice hand hider. Bro, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Alright, stub. Counter spells. See, the thing about winning that fast is we didn't actually see which Karuga deck they're playing. We still don't know if they're Enigmatic or Quintorius. And I think our sideboard would be a little bit different versus both. Like, I would want this against Quintorius, but not Enigmatic. Like, was there a giveaway? They just played 3 lands and a Binding, right? I would honestly think it's more likely that they're Enigmatic, because Quintorius has so many spells that, like, well, so many things they can do on turn 2 or turn 3 with ramping. They could have, like, Beanstalk Giant, the Psycho Land that gains 3, Greater Tanuki. So I think they're more likely to have a turn 3 play that's not just Binding, you know? Either way, I'm cutting pushes, right? I mean, I think we'll just hedge and bring in these 5, because these 5 are good against both. Again, Blot Out I would want against Quintorius, but not Enigmatic. So I'll just do these 5 and probably cut, like, the Blackstaff. Although, I don't know, Blackstaff enables stub. To cut a glyph on the draw. Compared to the stuff that I usually listen to. Okay. This hand plays... What do we put back with this hand? Hold on. Ornithopter, I think? Yeah, Ornithopter. What's up, Corey? I also, for when we start playing Standard, I built a Standard version of this deck that I think looked kind of cool. So Standard, you get a lot of the same cards, Case, Spyglass Siren, but you also get, you're playing Storm Chaser's Talent and Spiteful Hexmage, so you have 16 one-mana cards that cast Viper, and then you still get to play Zoetic Glyph with like some other artifacts, so I think this has potential in Standard too. Drew a Thoughtseize. Let's go Thoughtseize first, so we can take the Land Cycler if we want to. Well, I mean, not if they have two of them. What's up, Enlighten? Welcome. It's not the best draw, all things considered. So we know that their hand is these four, and they're almost certainly going to cycle this turn. So let's play this. I think I'm going to save the Duress. I guess I'll just play this out. So the reason I want to save Duress is it's not likely to hit this turn, because we know their hand has 4 misses. And it gives them 1 additional draw step to try and find Quint. And like, if they drew Beanstalk Giant or Tanuki this turn, I can't Duress that anyways. So, well, that might change things. Do we just YOLO and hope they didn't draw the Quint? I mean, the other option is wait. Maybe we can draw on land to go Ensoul with Stub up. Yeah, I guess they would need Quint plus ramp, because this doesn't actually ramp them. I think I'm just going to YOLO. And the reason I'm putting it on the Clue token is to play around a second Carnosaur. I could target the Thopter, but it's worse if they have Carnosaur. Oh, I didn't see the song request. Song request from Bucket. Bucket says, you want to hear my favorite style of music to play Magic to. In the queue. It's my lineup for BLB Pioneer, that looking like all on the Moxfield Circles. If you want to check out any of the deck lists, they're all on the Moxfield. Alright, so they still have Vince Armadillo. Okay, well now I'm feeling very good. Now we can even go Duress plus hold up 2 counterspells. So this is their 5-card hand. I'm going to take Virtue. And we're kind of chilling. I want to find one more artifact to turn on the case, ideally. But I guess it kind of sucks that we can't stub the Carnosaur. We could gust it for a turn. Not yet, Ketchup. The decks that I want to try over the next couple of days are Food and Lizards are the two. Food and Lizards are the two that I want to spend a little bit of time on. Or like those are the two that I think have the most potential. So we're going to try and maybe get to those over the next couple of days. No stream on Friday, though. I'm going to stream tomorrow, regular stream. Maybe I'll try to go a little bit longer. And then no stream on Friday. We'll probably try to get to both Food and Lizards tomorrow. That'll probably be tomorrow's stream. It's going on Friday. I didn't actually tell you guys this. I'm going to a Metallica concert. Yeah, I've seen Metallica, 5 times now? It's been a while since the last time I've seen them, though. Be another Ensoul, please. Another Ensoul would be nice. No, I don't want that. Come on, man. I don't want that. Yeah, the Scapeshift deck is on Moxfield. Should be. I mean, I guess we can counter their Quint. Which is reasonable, right? And leave them with just a 6/5. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible that we just built the deck wrong, and maybe there is a version that we can... Maybe there is a better version. I have to hope they hit Quint off the first Carnosaur. Because if they hit like a bunch of Spark Doubles first, then it's much worse for me. Okay, that's good. Now they only have 1/7/6, because I can beat 1/7/6. I don't think I could beat 2. That's actually not bad. Because it turns on the case. It's something, right? Because now they can't attack. Well, I guess they can. They can attack and play Garuga. It felt very, very hard to win games when we didn't draw Vine Lasher. And we were thinking about playing Retreat to Hagra to have sort of additional copies of Vine Lasher. That's bad. Why are we not putting them to 1? I would like you to read the text on Case of the Filched Falcon. Please and thank you. Could you draw out the clue towards another Ensoul? I thought I needed to block with this and soak up 5 damage, but now that they have this much trample power, I kind of have to sack the clue. But that was my thinking. I was like, maybe I could just chump block with this and buy an extra turn. But I obviously can't block sack because they have trample. Funny story about this. I never actually told you guys this. But when we were buying tickets to the show, the Ticketmaster website, we initially thought it was only for 1 day, but we ended up having tickets for both days because they're playing on Friday and Sunday. But they said they're not going to play any of the songs from Friday on Sunday. So it'll be interesting. I mean, they have obviously plenty of, like, they have a 40-year catalog or whatever, so they have material. But I'm actually I'm going both days. No! Fuck! Now we can't win, because now they can chump block. That cuts us off any outs, right? They're too smart for me. Alright, take it. No, there's no RSQs on Saturday. I'm gonna stream Saturday. My favorite Metallica album. I like Injustice. That does not help. I don't think we have any outs, right? What if they didn't animate the Thopter? Oh, no. God, you're so close. All they had to do, if they had just copied Carnosaur, hit Quintorius, stub the Quintorius, untap and soul this, hit for 9. God, dude. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. Well, now I probably want these blot outs, right? Over what, though? A glyph and a fountain, maybe? Let's try that. 1, obviously, they play 1 at every show. Alright, this hand looks good. We can keep this. Aether Gust. Alright, what's the plan this game? I mean, I guess the plan is not crack the map token. Wish I had 1 more artifact to flip the case this turn. I don't know. I don't know if I should cast the glyph next turn. Okay, so they're gonna cycle this turn. Hopefully I draw Ensoul. Are we supposed to jam the glyph? I mean, probably not, because we can just go land, pass, hold up the case. And then if we draw land 4, we can go glyph with stub up. The other option is, like, pop the clue, don't use the case, get us closer to land 4. I guess it is kind of nice to glyph now while they don't have the binding. Like, it is guaranteed 5 damage. And we can still flip the case. And then we can just go for case next turn. You know what? Maybe that is better. Yeah, I actually kind of think that is better. And I'm more likely to want to pop the map, I think, so I'll target the clue with the glyph. This is bad if they have Boseiju specifically, but they probably only play 1 Boseiju. And then I'll play the Thopter to flip the case this turn. So yeah, worst case scenario, they go cycle end of turn up to 14, planes, binding, kill. They probably kill the glyph instead to not give you the trigger off the glyph. And then that means we still have the extra artifact in play. We can untap, hopefully draw land, go pop case, hit for 5, hold up stub. I mean, I guess best case scenario is they don't even have the binding, which it looks like that is the case. Okay. So now we probably just win. Hit for 6. Get Thoughtseize, hold up both counterspells. 8, 5, 9, 10. Actually, what if we don't cast Thoughtseize? Because then if they don't play into the counter spells, we can just pop Case end a turn. No. No, it's better to do it now. Because it's kind of the same thing, right? I can Thoughtseize now, counterspell, untap, pop Case, kill them. +3, -3, huh? Do any of these cards matter? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Do any of these cards matter at all? I mean, I guess this. I don't know. Go. Ensoul or Niv? Are you asking me which one I would rather play? Probably Niv. Even though I'm not much of a Niv fan, I understand that it probably has a better matchup spread than Ensoul. Oh wait, why is this? Oh, it's playing the whole album now. That's not good. I mean, I guess it's fine, but... Tanuki ramps? Yeah, but like, I just don't think I care about the second Tanuki, right? Blot Out. So, what do we know is in their hand again? They played this, played this. They played this, we took this, they cycled this. So we know these 4 plus a draw step. So, what do I lose to if I go for Case? What do I lose to if I go for Case? Binding, untap, Quintorius. I'll just play it safe. I mean, with 2 counter spells, like, how do I really lose this game if I just play it safe? Also, I can't really go for Case. Well, I can Case the map token, I guess. They did draw Boseiju. Well, this is kind of perfect, right? So we can go, let this resolve. Go get this. Glyph trigger. Cast Case. And now, they actually don't have... Oh, it's non-creature! Shit. I didn't realize it was non-creature. Whoops. Okay. I maybe have made an error. Okay. Go. I mean, it's fine. That's fine. You can just go Case, untap Case. I didn't realize it was non-creature. Alright, song request for Bolt in the queue. So they played Indafa Triome. So we go Case here. I guess Case on Clue is better. So we still know they have Tanuki double Bedeck. Yeah, that resolves. 7-1, by the way. They could have drawn Binding, I guess. Well, I guess we're going to find out if they drew Binding. Attack! Alright, we're on the board, chat. We're on the board. Kakruga. God, we're just in the endless Quintorius bracket. I'm going to keep this. It appears that they are playing 61 cards. Calculated. No, Rottenmouth Viper. Here, I got you. Rottenmouth Viper. Any primers? You're deaf as shit with this music. Is it that loud? Oh, no, it's just trash. I see. Okay. Well, I mean, if you put it that way, then, you know. Is the song even playing? Well, if somebody said it was trash, I imagine that means they could hear it, right? What are we casing? I think I'm more likely to use the map tokens, right? Well, I didn't expect that to happen. So they don't have Binding. I guess they could have Lockdown. It'll cost you 1 Prime Gaming subscription. Just kidding. I mean, we're jamming, right? I'm gonna pretend like I have stub, even though I obviously don't. 5, 9, 10, 11. Do we map here? I think we map. Rottenmouth Viper. That's good because we have the fountains, right? So even if they wrath us, we can go Fountain, Fountain, Viper next turn. Just took it all, huh? Okay, well that was easy. No Viper necessary. Easy game. Again, funny enough, we still don't know 100% which Karuga deck they're playing, so stop dying so quickly so I can see what you're playing. I guess it's my fault for winning so quickly. I'm just going to do the same thing as last time. What did we cut? We cut the pushes, right? Yeah, pushes out. And I think I cut the Blackstaff. Yeah, I chose to play the staff over the 4th Zoetic Glyph. Just like it sort of costs 3 mana as well, but it's different because you can pay some of it up front, you know? Also, this is an easy keep, by the way. There will simply be a land on top of the deck. It's not even close. And by on top of the deck, I meant on top of the deck after the first draw step. See, I told you. We can't Viper, right? God, how do we play this hand? I think you're supposed to go Thoughtseize Case, because if I don't Thoughtseize and they have Lockdown, it's really bad. Ensoul. Well, Ensoul is extremely risky. I think I'm going to go Thoughtseize Case. Or Seize Fountain, I guess. Okay, that's definitely a hand, all right. Well, I can't possibly beat this card, so I will select it. And I guess we are hoping to draw land next turn, because I'd rather play the Glyph into the Verdict than the Ensoul. I mean, you have to take the Lockdown there. It drew Fable? It's pretty good. Okay, I guess I can't complain. Well, kind of can. They just get to go Fires Enigmatic. We can't win this game anymore. Can Viper, but I don't know what Viper accomplishes. Just plays into the Wrath. I mean, you just kind of have to play through the Verdict, right? Yeah, I think you just have to play through the Verdict. It feels really bad, but problem is they're not gonna Verdict next turn. They're just gonna go Fires plus Enigmatic. But I don't know how I beat that. Could like hold up mana and hope they don't cast it. This is one of those classic games where like my draw was perfect and I still have 0% chance. And I think that's why this is maybe the exact reason a lot of people hate Pioneer. Is like it feels like you get yourself into these spots where no matter how good your draw is, it just like if your draw does not line up well against your opponents, and I guess you could say that about a lot of formats, but it feels for some reason it feels exacerbated in Pioneer. You know, like this is as good of a draw as I can possibly have, and I have 0 chance. You know. Is there anything to Mythos of Illuna plus Caretaker's Talent? I don't know what Caretaker's Talent is. You mean your cards are outclassed by the cards opponent is playing? No, not in that sense. I meant that my cards lined up poorly against my opponents. But like in a way, it's I think the reason it's more exacerbated in Pioneer than it is in Modern, because you can certainly say that about a lot of matchups in Modern, but because the cards are more powerful, it feels like you actually have a puncher's chance, even when your draw lines up poorly against your opponents. But like, I mean, I'm playing with Blood Fountains, you know? I don't have good cards in my deck. The reason my deck is good is because it's synergistic. Now, you could argue that maybe that's an issue in deck building, but food tomorrow, side type. Food tomorrow. Heliod. Heliopolis. Oh shit, my case is not online. I don't know why I thought it was. Huh. Okay, I've located a plan. It's not a good plan, but it is a plan, okay? The plan is just play into Verdict and hope that Viper can solo. Again, not a good plan, but what else do you want me to do? It is kind of cool to me that Viper... Whoa, they just took it. That Viper can trigger Zoetic Glyph. Actually, what if... what if I sacrifice Zoetic Glyph and try to spike Thoughtseize off of the Glyph? Is that crazy? No, because I have to make them play the Verdict, right? Yeah, because if I miss, it's just too bad, because then I lose the Viper too. How does this work, by the way? So, Zoetic Glyph says, when Glyph is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, discover 3. If I sacrifice both of these, it still triggers, right? Even though it's... Yeah, why did I ask that? Of course it still would trigger. Even if you sack both. There's some weird things, by the way. Keep this in mind. I found this out yesterday. I didn't even realize this. Rottenmouth Viper sacrifices in order. So, for example, if I have 2 Vein Rippers... That's bad. If I have 2 Vein Rippers, then if I, sacrifice one of them to Viper... they don't trigger at the same time. They trigger in sequential, which I thought was kind of weird. It's not maybe not the most intuitive thing about the card, but it's the way that it works. White Ninja, thank you for the 39-month resub. All right, you in. Game treat. It's okay, run to play this game. Also works for gifteds too. I mean, this hand just doesn't have any enablers. Gonna ship this. Nice mana base, Mr. Streamer. Alright. This and this. I mean, if I draw land, we can kind of cook. Should have put the Thoughtseize first. We just need to find a land. Why is your hand so good? This is not the hand that I wanted to see. Really? Why would they not, make me use the mana first? That seems bad. Alright, well. Target No, target blood token, I guess. Actually, we'll just target the fountain. Right? Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a chance I want to sack the fountain eventually, but I don't know. They should have 100% not main phase that. I guess they were worried about me having a stub. But... I'm just dead this game. They should target the Glyph and not the Blood Fountain. Okay. Alright, give me an Ensoul. Not quite. I guess we'll do this first. Kind of helps. Could take the Enigmatic Incarnation. Come on! Why? Why? Come on, man. Brother. So we're dead. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Sure. Attack. Your turn. Man, it would have been really good if they didn't draw a second Enigmatic Incarnation. I mean, I guess they could just brick on land. All right, hold. We actually have a chance now. Clue or blood? It's kind of close, right? I think blood. Yeah, I think blood. Because I'd rather have the clue left over. Alright, draw a triome, please. Inshallah, they will draw a triome or a fable. Hold! Pause champ. Easy clap. Easy clap. Brother, is that the third Karuga deck in a row? Why are there so many Karuga decks? I'm keeping. So many Karuga decks. People just love non-interactive games, huh? Can anybody familiar with the French language explain to me if it's pronounced as a W, why is there an R in the word croissant? Does anybody have the answer to that question? Because I have no idea. There's still an R sound behind it. How are you supposed to say that then? How are you supposed to pronounce that word? Oh, they can't cast lockdown. Honestly? I think it's this. That might be insanely capped, but and then I'm gonna stub their Fable. If they cast Bone Crusher, I'll just let it resolve. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, you ready for this? No, you're not supposed to say the R though, I thought. Right? I thought it was croissant. And you have to like you have to accentuate the W in it, you know? Translate it to French. Oh, that's the K-Kona way of saying it. I see. Okay, I get it. They played Fable. Do we know their whole hand? I think we do. Just casting Bone Crusher? Ah. I see. But there's no R, right? Yeah, they don't say the R. It's just croissant. 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 What are we doing? What am I doing with my life? Oh shit, they can just trade. And they have Tolsmere Lockdown. I should have targeted the Ornithopter. I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to take the trade, play the spell off of this, and use that to cast the Viper. Yeah, I'm pretty happy if they don't trade. Surely I won't hit my third stub off of this, right? Come on, no! No. Can you imagine if I had just played the Viper? I would have hit the push to kill the Bone Crusher. Okay. That might have been a mistake. Perhaps that was a mistake. I didn't think about hitting exactly push. Because I could have just sacked the Thopter, the Glyph, and the token, play this with a mana up, push the Bone Crusher, and hold up stub. Which obviously would have been a lot better. Holy shit. Yeah, I know, I messed up. Okay. Well, they didn't draw land. I mean, I'm just doing it, right? Like, they still don't have white mana. We know they have Lockdown, Tolsimir, Karuga in hand. They're already down to Binding too. 5-mana creature. Yeah, doesn't look particularly great when you don't draw anything to enable it. If only you could sack like any artifact to it, because then you could sack Citadel. That'd be nice. Excellent mana base. You gotta love the mana base for these decks, huh? Just classic Duck. Okay, well, now you're dead. I guess they could go, like, untapped White Source Verdict. The Viper's a 2-turn clock anyway, so I think I'm just going to map onto the Siren. Chat was trying to convince me yesterday that, and specifically when I say chat, I mean explicitly Tonber, was trying to suggest that I play Rottenmouth Viper in Creativity. Because it's the Walmart Archon of Cruelty. Is that an appropriate description for... That's a Beza. Jeffrey Beza. Viper with Elishnorn? Yeah, but, like, what are you putting Elishnorn into, right? Yeah, that's true. Viper's interesting because it's way more castable than any of the other expensive cards. No. 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 Yeah, that's what I was suggesting yesterday. It's like when the topic of conversation came up with Creativity Viper, I don't really see a world where this is better than Atraxa. Like I don't know if that world exists. Okay, I've played the same matchup 3 times in a row, so I know how to sideboard. Stop trying to get me to play Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, alright? This hand's really nice, by the way. Sure. A-okay with that. Alright, what you cooking with over there? Interlude Shadow. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Do you believe that there is an untapped land on top of my opponent's deck? Obviously, the safe play is take Lockdown. It's to be untapped white. No, just any untapped land. They already have 2 white in play. This is a really tough discard spell. So here's my issue. If I take Lockdown and they draw an untapped land, they still can dispute my Viper. So no matter what, if they draw an untapped land, they're going to have a good play next turn. Right? So, like, I almost wonder if it's better to just take the Enigmatic, or I guess maybe in that case, take this, hope they don't draw an untapped land next turn, and then none of these cards beat the Viper. Right? Now, obviously, that's, like, extremely risky. There's a lot of risk involved with that. I mean, I think if I take touch and they don't draw a land, I win the game. I'm going to do that. This is obviously insanely risky, but it's a very difficult discard spell. It was not an easy Duress. Not an easy Duress. Okay, well, I've been rewarded. Because they could have drawn a Binding. Am I tripping, or you let them touch you isn't a big issue? Well, if I go all in on Viper and they hardcast touch, then it's bad. The point is that they can hardcast that as like a Banishing Light. We don't have the single greatest piece of artwork of all time, which is a devil in a hot tub. And I really want this piece of artwork on Magic Online. Doomwake wins the match, and our opponent has disconnected. Alright, well, we're 3-0. I don't know. We're doing something right. I would kind of like to play against something that's not Karuga, but... Alright, I will play first. 80 cards, by the way. 80 cards. This is probably Niv. Sand Fox. Chat, did we break it? Do you think that we broke it? Mono red incoming? Well, Yorion mono red's probably tough. All right, new rule: everybody that troll unfollows and refollows has to gift a sub. Anonymous user gifting a sub to Butts. My butt is also now subbed to the channel. You'll love to see it. That is a Rogarin Triome. -4 Viper in this deck is pretty busted. Shut up. Chain to the... Up the Beanstalk, Fires of Invention. I think I'm just taking Chained, right? Well... Do I actually care about Chained? This thing kind of gets around Chained, right? This one's tough. It's obviously not Fires. Because I kind of want to go Blackstaff this turn, and then either activate Blackstaff or play Glyph next turn. I mean, with 2 threats, I can kind of let them 1-for-1 me, right? I'm gonna take Beans. I think that's a good line. I'm gonna take Beans. I'm just gonna let them trade 1-for-1 and like just try to overload them on threats. Because even if they chain by Glyph, I still get a 5-piece in with it, so. And I get a spell off the Glyph too. Really? Oh, I guess because I played the... Yeah, because the Blackstaff. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So, land me? I mean, that'll do. That'll do, right? That'll do. So they played... Took this, they played this, they played this. So we know these 4 cards. Nylea's Presence. Alright, give me a Stubborn Denial off the top. Not quite. I mean, I'm shoving, right? I don't have a counterspell anyways, so might as well shove. Alright, you're at 2. Good luck. Oh, well, they didn't have anything. Yeah, this is the 3rd 5-color deck in a row. Okay, our 4 matchups this league, right? This is the 4th matchup. Round 1, Quintorius. Round 2, Enigmatic. Round 3, Enigmatic. Round 4, Enigmatic. I don't know, is it just the time of day that we're playing? Like, I don't know what it is, but... Why is there so many Enigmatic decks? I mean, I'm not complaining, because this is, like, I think a really good matchup for us, but... Ashiok me? What do you want to... Yeah, I guess Ashiok is good, right? Cut a Glyph on the draw, maybe? Ashiok is pretty good against Enigmatic. I could buy that. No, it's 4 different players. Interlude Shadow, Trauma's Times, Arabo Meow, and then Jotru. So it's 4 different players. We're not playing against the same person. Next match is guaranteed to be versus Niv. I wouldn't mind it. Did Fires get any updates from BLB? I'm trying to think if our opponents have played BLB cards. One of them had Beza. Beza is kind of a sick one to search for with Enigmatic. I don't love this hand. Too reactive. Okay. I'm doing that. If you 5-0 with this deck, there needs to be a Viper disclaimer. Why? What? So if my plan is to go turn to Thoughtseize Blood Fountain, I actually, weirdly enough, think it might be better to case here. I know this looks weird, because I'm missing damage from the Siren, but this gets the case turned on. Because if I go Siren on 1, case Thoughtseize on 2, I can't flip the case on 2. I guess if I'm doing this, I should probably Thoughtseize on 1, right? Yeah, in case they have Beanstalk. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not playing Siren, it's better to go Seize on 1 and then turn to Case plus Fountain. Well, they have 5 colors. Something tells me they have binding. We'll see if they cast it now. Yeah. Okay. So, new plan, play Siren this turn. Take Fable, hold up Stroke for Enigmatic. Or, I could just Thoughtseize them again. My hand is Enigmatic, Fires. No, let's do this. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to let the Fires resolve. Okay, that lets me play... Actually, I think I would rather map than play Blood Fountain this turn. So let's map here, attack for 2, hold up Stroke. Aether Gust. I'm gonna Graveyard that. Graveyard that, let Fires resolve, Stroke the Incarnation, untap Thoughtseize them. Why are we playing Siren? So, Rottenmouth Viper wants you to play cards that generate multiple permanents, and it is a 1-mana card that generates 2 permanents for Viper and generates an artifact for both Ensoul and Zoetic Glyph, so it has a lot of good synergy. Yeah, the whole concept is like, try to build around Viper, but utilize the cards that you're playing to maximize Viper in a good, efficient plan B, and that's kind of what the Ensoul's there for. Viper's come up a couple of times. It's been good. I guess we do this first. Although this is worse if I find Ensoul. But I can just Ensoul next turn. Okay. So their last card is a Triome. Problem is, we just don't have enough pressure. I mean, they don't have a ton going on, but they can just pick up the Yorion if they want to. They could go pick up Yorion, play Triumph, cast it, and just have a blocker. Which, if we draw Ensoul, it's pretty good, or Glyph for that matter. Yeah, Ensoul, Glyph, Viper, Counterspell maybe, but if they play the Yorion this turn, then Counterspell's not a good draw. But Ensoul, Glyph, Viper, all very good. Blackstaff, not quite, because it only makes a 4/4, so we can't like brute force our way through the Yorion. I think I boarded out the Blackstaff. Yeah. Question, should I be boarding in this card against them? Initially, I thought it would be too slow, but maybe I should be boarding in these 4-drops. Like, they are kind of good against them, right? The Fires just doesn't do anything, because it also just means that I have one less card to worry about, right? Like, if I counter Fires and take Enigmatic, what if they drew another relevant card? Then I Thoughtseize them, take their Enigmatic, but then they just have one more relevant card. But the Fires just doesn't do anything. Okay, they are going to cast the Yorion. See, I told you the Fires doesn't do anything. Okay. It's something, I guess. It's not nothing. Graveyard Duress. Is there any reason to blood now? In case I draw another Siren, I guess? Well, it's not very good against Fires. Not the best against Fires. I cannot imagine us getting to stub something this turn. I'm just gonna have 6. Okay, we're going beatdowns. Must mean they drew something. Because they probably wouldn't attack if they didn't draw a spell. Maybe I lied. We are in a racing situation. Apparently. I guess they do get the first attack in, so it like kind of makes sense. All right, we're racing. Give me a glyph. Glyph me. Fuck. There is a reason to cast that, because they do have 7 drops in their deck. And it doesn't really change the clock, right? There's no difference between 8 and 6. I mean, they play 7 drops. They also play planes. Funny story is, if they brick an attack, they're dead to Ensoul and Glyph. So, like, they have to be a little careful here if they attack. Surely they wouldn't just leave themselves dead to Ensoul or Glyph, right? Worth leaving back both Sirens, block and let them die, with return them with Fountain. Well, I want to get in damage first. I think there's a chance I end up doing that. Well, that's not good. That's not good. It doesn't have reach, though, right? Okay. Frog spotted. Alright, they're attacking. Come on, give me a glyph. Glyph my ass, please. Okay, well, I guess they left back a blocker this time, right? So, what's the plan? I mean, the plan is obviously this. But what else is the plan? I think we only attack with the Citadel. Because I have to chump both, right? Yeah, I'm at 2. I have to chump both. So they go to 3. We have to hope they brick off the Glarb. This is an insane game, by the way. Alright, please brick. Please brick. Please brick. They do play a lot of lands. What does that do? Oh, just tap Surveil 2. They get 2 more looks. Please, Graveyard. Graveyard 2. Brick. Hold! They put a card on top. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Maybe they put a non-creature spell on top. Wait, so that was the card... Wait, hold on. They had that in hand, right? Why did they put that on top? No, they can't cast this from the top. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. Want to counter it? Well, the problem is they kept the card on top, and this is not the card they kept on top. Right? Holy shit. Wait, so hold on a second. What did they top then? I'm confused. I don't get it. What did they top? Because they didn't top that. That was in their hand. What would they have kept exactly? I don't know. They kept 1 card on top, though. Titan of Industry? They could have just cast it. They only cast 1 spell that turn. They could have just cast the Titan for free, right? Chain to the Rocks. Yeah, maybe Chain to the Rocks. That could be it. Or Lockdown. Okay. Yeah, I guess removal spell that doesn't cost 4 or greater. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Wow. That was an insane game. Play first. This hand is not good. Can't wait for blue-white. Why you gotta say that? Okay. Okay, this hand works. I'm gonna get greedy and just put back the other land. We go turn 1 case. I mean, I know I need to draw a land with this hand, but on 5 you kind of have to get a little lucky. Steam Vents. Steam Vents. Whoa. Blue-red Kumano, huh? Interesting. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good if I can find a land. Would you blood here? Maybe I should. Yeah, because I don't really need 2 glyphs, because I already have the case too, so I don't need the second glyph. Quintorius and 3 enigmatic decks. So that's been the matchups. Eidolon. Okay, a little sketchy. Land me. Fuck. Please give me a land. That was the reason to not sack that, I guess. Okay, that's not good. Holy shit. Pro Supreme Phantom, pumping Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Those are words that I never thought I would hear those words before. I think we just have to slam Viper, right? Yeah, I think you gotta slam Viper here. Like, I could Glyph, but Glyph just trades for the Eidolon, which I think is not good enough. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I also don't think the Viper is good enough, but maybe gives us a chance. Yeah, the flip side of etching is not a spirit. Oh. Oh, it's like that, huh? Okay, well, we are extremely dead. This one is Jover, folks. Go to 7. All right, you win. Damn, they cooked. They cooked, all right. Stub not good. There's really nothing in my sideboard that's good against them. Maybe Duress. Cut like this for a Duress. Gust, I think, is too slow. Plus, they have blue cards anyways. Could play Stub. But on the play, we'll just keep it like this. Is it Spirits, folks? Is it Spirits? Could play Shelly over the 3rd Glyph, I guess. Might not be that bad. Keep. Go, 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 go. This hand's good. I should have played Siren first. This thing only counters instants or sorceries, right? Alright, I'm jamming. I am jamming. I attack. I attack you for 5. They could have a Braid, I guess. Sure. I'll take this. I go to 10. I might chump block the Wanderer this turn. I'm gonna hold up the push. I'm not gonna cast it main phase. Unless they counter this, of course. Opponent, please! Alright, go. Your turn. What is my favorite format right now? Dual Commander. The answer is always Dual Commander. Please. Go. They tap out, do I Fatal Push instantly? Yes. But I don't think they're going to tap out. This is the easiest chump block of my life, by the way. Not even close. That's an easy chump block for me. I still have lethal. Lethal on board. What to be laid for? The Mitko Masters starts in 8 minutes. I just kind of assumed I had more time, but I'm not losing this 5-0. Kumano. We have 13 minutes then? Yeah, I guess allegedly. Alright, case, this one. Case mate. I attack. Alright, I've been Witch Stalker frenzied. Your turn. I pass. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You may proceed. Just add 2 tabs this match, MTG of Masters and Subway Surfers. Yeah. I mean, clearly Subway Surfers is where we want to be, right? I'm going to Duress you first. I will cast the Duress card. I will take a counter spell. So they're dead if I hit a spell. Alright. Game tree. Game 3. Game 3. All the marbles. See, now they're playing fast. My hand does not contain colored mana. I'm going to go ahead and take a mulligan. It's a little unfortunate. I think if this land was a blue-black duel, I would probably keep this hand, but with no colored mana, obviously I can't keep. Much better. Keep this. Excuse me, putting back Otawara, I think. Yeah, let's keep both dual lands. Actually, keeping both duals is sus against Eidolon, but... Mausoleum Wanderer. Siren me. I could Thoughtseize there, which is better if they have Curious Obsession. It's kind of close. Let's go Thoughtseize first. Just want to take a peek at their hand. What you got over there, Succulent? How succulent is your hand? That's the question. My hand can't beat an Eidolon. So we'll do this. Your turn. I guess maybe I should have taken the Geistlight Snare, huh? Yeah, I don't really care about the Eidolon if I have the Viper, right? That's what I get for playing too fast. Map here. Oh no, he's calling me. He's calling me! Not like this. Alright, hold on. I may or may not be playing a match of Pioneer right now for a 5-0 trophy. Thank you. You can stay in the call. Izzet Spirito. Alright. The broadcast is starting in 1 minute. Okay, so their hand is just Spell Pierce. So everything is fine. We're going to cast Rottenmouth Viper, and we're chilling. 1, 2, 3. Viper me. Viper hold. Hold Viper. I'm at 13. I think I'm winning this race unless they draw a Lord this turn. Oh, no, you didn't draw a Lord, did you? That's fine. That I think I can beat. Go to 10, and they have 8 damage. I mean, I'm not winning by not attacking, right? They cannot beat a Viper. There is a chance they can race it. I guess that's going to be tough with the stub, though. Has Gunk Shot been good? We don't talk about Gunk Shot. Alright, Viper hold. We'll go over the decks in a second. Oh, they haven't even started the broadcast yet. We're fine. What'd they do? They went to 8. So I guess they can just take 6. And they have 2, 4, 6. They have 7 damage. Well, what's funny about this is that they take 6, they can't cast a spell. So if they take 6, they don't actually have out to draw Spirit Lord, because they just die, right? So it's almost like they have to block this turn. So presumably they probably have to block with Mutavault, I would guess. I'm just going to have 6. You're assuming they block? Yeah, they kind of have to block here, right? If they block in top deck Lord, we die. 3, 6. Yeah, we do die to a top deck Lord, I guess. Because they go Animate Mutavault, have 9. But I think if they don't draw Lord, we beat most other things, right? I'll link it in the Discord when I get a second. Wait, the Nadu deck is not playing Green Sun Zenith, apparently? I'm being told by chat. That's kind of weird. Zenith seems really good in that deck, huh? Yeah, I get the link. He's playing Scant, obviously, with Fury, right? You'll love to see it. Alright, my opponent has sacked their whole board. Good luck. I've been play with fired. Easy trophy. You really can't ask for more than that. 5 rounds, 5 wins, easy dubs. And, you know, as I was talking about in the intro, I think that just everything combined when you're like putting this whole deck together and you're like thinking about all the different interactions and the way that the cards work with each other, it just kind of makes sense. There really isn't a lot that I don't like about this deck. Maybe what the idea should be that you put the Cryptic Coats in the sideboard, that's your grindy matchup card, and then you could play like maybe the 4th Blood Fountain, maybe move the 4th Stub to the main deck, play a 3rd Zoetic Glyph, something like that. But there's really not a ton that I would want to change about this. Yeah, deck felt fantastic. You know, these outros I like to talk about what potential changes, but the deck is just so fantastic that I have to play some more before I kind of figure it out. But yeah, really, really phenomenal deck. You know, the matchup splits were kind of weird. We did play against a lot of 5-color decks. We played against what, 3? Was it? Yeah, it was 3 Fires, 1 Karuga, or 1 Quintorius, and 1 Izzet Spirits. So really weird matchup spread. So if your tournaments have a lot of fires, then maybe this is the deck for you. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.